were born before the wind, also younger than the sun. Yeah, the bonnie boat was one as we sail into the mystic.
Welcome to Three, the most innovative metaphysical program ever created. Join Kris, Rainey, and Mona as these amazing intuitives provide you with a three-dimensional divination into your most important questions. Now, from Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, enjoy Three with our hostess, Mona Van Joseph.
Welcome to Three, the most innovative, intuitive program on the media airwaves, brought to you live on WWDB TV. And I'm joined today by Kris and Rainey. And this is we're on a roll now. These people that are calling in with some beautiful, specific questions, and we can't wait to answer them. I just want to ask you guys, how was your week? I mean, Kris, how was your week this week? Was there any big insights you've had?
It was busy.
Besides flying to Vegas to do this from frickin' Texas?
Yeah, it was very busy, but I've been focusing on the new moon that's coming up.
Oh, tell us about that.
The new moon in Taurus, for me, it falls in my 8th house, but it's a very important new moon. New moons bring new energy and new beginnings, so I'm focusing on attracting that new energy and new beginnings.
Okay, so I got to ask you a question. If my rising sign is Taurus, would the Taurus moon have an effect on me?
Absolutely. Yes, it's like your own personal shooting star. Like, make your wish,
yeah.
set your
I'm
intention.
going to use that.
Personal shooting star. I'm
Yeah.
all about that. All right. How about your week?
Oh, my goodness. So, I don't know. Well, I'm just going to say I believe in, I don't want to say alien spirit. I have been videotaping orbs that are purposeful, not only in my home, but out. We live in Las Vegas, out
Right.
by Pahrump.
Right.
And
Where the Vegas lights don't stand in the
they
way of the
don't,
orbs. Yes.
but they still come.
Yes.
And more and more and more. I've seen orbs off and on throughout my life. One that looked like the sun, like the citrine crystal, but purposeful, and then stop right very close to me. I mean, I felt like I could reach out and grab it, and it just literally dimmed its light, and it was gone.
That's crazy.
Welcome to my world. That was my week. And
Wow.
I think I've posted a couple on my Instagram page. And all my social medias, real name, Rainy Day Psychic Medium. You can look at it there.
Oh, that's crazy. So my big adventure was the air conditioning went out in my car.
No, that's huge.
Especially in Vegas.
We live in Las Vegas, and here's what's so interesting is in my car there's this little regulator that switches between air conditioning and heating. And apparently you can bypass this by pulling out the regulator and manually switching it to air conditioning. So my AC is working because my fabulous husband figured that out. So that was my, oh my God, honey.
But
My
that's
AC
huge.
Well, think about it. It's like, I believe that you're surrounded with the people that are supposed to help you in this lifetime. I believe that we're all surrounded by co-creators. And with these beautiful ladies that are sitting next to me, you have 3 co-creators that can help guide you moving forward. And I can't wait to get to our caller today. So who do we have on the air today?
Hi, this is Judy.
Oh, hi, Judy. Welcome to the program. Thank you so much for calling in. So
Thank
you
you.
need to ask us a specific question, and Kris is going to take your question first. So what's your question today?
Well, my question is, I am looking to leaving Las Vegas at the end of this year, and I'm hoping that I have a new career that I'm working on now, and I'm just curious what direction to go.
Great.
Okay.
Hi, Judy.
Hi.
Okay, so what we're going to look at is we are going to look at your natal chart. So I'm a little limited on exactly how detailed I can get, just because we do need your birth time for me to get really, really accurate. But nonetheless, I can still answer this question for you. So you are wanting to start a new career?
Yes.
By the end of this year. Okay. So we are going to look at what is your sixth house. Your sixth house is your house of work. It also rules health too, but it's more your day to day. So your sixth house, we're also going to look at your 10th house. Your 10th house is your career and what you're known for in this lifetime. So you actually have what is called a trine between your sixth house and your 10th house. So a trine is the most positive aspect you can have in astrology, and so this shows up in your chart. And so it connects your house of work to your house of career. So your day-to-day, and then also the actual career path that you take. So what's great about that is that when it's so positively aspected, that means you can switch careers very easily. So anything that you want to do, it actually comes very easily for you.
Wait, I got to jump in because the way her chart looks is that she's tried a lot of different things.
I was going to say she's being carried away by flying monkeys.
So she actually has, she has a similar chart to our last reader.
Oh.
Yeah, she actually has
she
two
does.
Look at all the
stelliums.
yeah.
She has two stelliums. So Judy, stelliums are when 4 or more placements are in one area of your chart, or in the same area of your chart. So you have 2 stelliums, and they're actually fairly rare. So you have a stellium in your 10th house of career and reputation, and then you have one in your 6th house of work and health. And so what that means is that the energy is really focused there, and it's amplified. It's all the energy there is multiplied there for you. And so you have some really big, important placements in your career. So one in particular is your day-to-day. You have the planet Pluto, and that's a very transformative planet. And so when it's in your day-to-day, that means that you're able to change your day-to-day routines to better fit like whatever lifestyle that you're trying to create and or maintain. So it's really good for like creating that work-life balance, because when you have the stelliums in your 2 career houses, sometimes you can put so much energy there. And so, but you do have these placements where it's saying you have the ability to balance that out. And so you're also highly intuitive as well when it comes to the type of work that you do. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to jump up to your career path. So you have the luckiest planet.
What?
Yeah, in her
I'm
house
jelly.
of yes, she
Judy,
has the luckiest
jealous.
planet in her house, in her career house. And so what that says is that opportunities come to you very, very easily. And a lot of them are actually long-term too. So sometimes there is an aspect here. Sometimes when I see that, that could be maybe you start a certain career path kind of later in life, and or maybe you took one direction and then you decided to kind of switch gears. But nonetheless, whenever you switch the gears or switch the other path, it's very stabilizing. So it's very long term, and it's kind of the energy of, I always look at it kind of like the Knight of Pentacles, the slow but steady progress. So it's progress, but it's slow progress, but the progress that is made is sustainable, and it's long term.
Can I ask a question about her chart?
Yeah.
For her? Okay. So would you say that that people trust her almost immediately when they meet her?
Oh, they really like her because she has that trine down to her. Absolutely. So your 10th house is your career and reputation. And so it's one of the most visible parts of your chart to the public. Mm-hmm. So when you have a lot of planets there, a lot of placements, that puts a lot more visibility into, like, people know you. Yeah. And they know you, and they really, really like you because you have these beautiful aspects there that say you're very easygoing. You have sun, which is, you know, where you're a Capricorn, so you have your sun and then that lucky planet there, and they're together, they're joined together, and so that means you have this wonderful sense of humor, and like people just really enjoy being around you.
Oh, that's cool. What a great chart. Okay, Rainey, take it from here, girl.
So I don't want to kind of like bring us down a
Oh,
little
shoot.
bit. I know, son of a gun. But hope is not a plan.
Who's that guy on America's Got Talent?
I know. Simon Cowell? I don't want to be the Simon
Don't be
Cowell.
Simon, yeah.
But hope is not a plan. It feels as though you've got all of these wonderful ideas and you want to try this and you want to try that and you want to try this and you want to try that. And I feel that if you feel it rather than think it in your head, you'll be able to manifest it. So I want you to figure out, what do I really want to do and how do I want to feel it? How do I want people to treat me? How do I want to feel when I get there? When you start bringing in the feelings in the heart space, because your heart chakra feels open but not open for you. You're open for so many others, but I want you to be a little selfless. You know, my grandmother used to teach me that when we take care of ourselves, self-care is the most important thing. It's not selfish, it's self-care.
Right.
And when you're okay, everybody around you is okay.
Right, you got to fill yourself up first
You
before you're
have
good to
to.
anybody else. Yeah.
You have to. And here's another thing I'm picking up. You have gifts. You have some metaphysical gifts. Do you watch like The Conjuring and Abigail and those kinds of The Nun? And
Yes.
you have the
Yes,
ability
yes.
to get rid of negative energy and help people claim their own power. I can go in and cleanse your house and clear your house all day long, but if you invite that stuff
Sage
back
is my
in,
friend.
yeah, but if I leave and you continue to have that same energy, it's going to come back. You are that person that can help people take back their power. And I would love for you to really Google the heck out of energy clearing. Shamanism. Okay. I would love for you to go to some drum circles, walk a labyrinth, and I want you, because you are really you have stepped into your power. You picked that up.
Mm-hmm.
But I want you to take those gifts and really take a deep breath in and expand that energy beyond your physical form and share that beautiful gift, because we are in, I'm sure everybody feels it.
Yeah.
I have predictions that have come true. We are in a battle between dark and light, and you are that light, and we need you to come and fight and battle that dark and help people come into the light. Does that make sense to you, Judy? Does that resonate?
Absolutely.
I want you to also surround yourself by crystals. I'm going to give a little shout out to bees like the bumblebee bees, Sage and Crystals on Instagram.
I'm totally going to that.
She's amazing. She
I'm
does
so in
live
love
crystal
with that.
shows. And their quality, and they're very reasonable. I want you to start learning about crystals and surround yourself with crystals and know what they are and start giving them as
hold
gifts.
on. I got to give you pause. Rainey has brought this beautiful citrine globe, and you'll see it sitting here on every program. And citrine actually resonates to media and communications. So, and I don't think she even knew that when she brought it here. But when she brought it, my eyes went big as saucers. Because
My precious. But do you feel, when you rewatch this, I want you to feel into the crystals, like what Mona was saying. Crystals carry energy, they carry power. Do you love crystals, Judy?
Yes, I do. I have many.
Right?
I actually wear amethyst every day.
Hello,
dream,
that's what I'm showing you.
Jewel. Yes.
Dragon's Tooth Amethyst. But my darling, you are very gifted, and I want you to manifest your job. I don't see that maybe the end of the year. Okay. Did you see the end of the year? This is the right time for her to move. I think maybe a little pause, because hope is not a planet. Plan it out just a little bit more and feel into it. How do you want to feel when you move? Because you might jump too quickly and get to Florida and I didn't know they had alligators here. Can we move?
and and those palmetto bugs that can actually draw a tow truck.
Oh. Rainey and I love bugs as a kid.
Yeah.
They don't bother me.
Yeah.
My grandmother used to tie a little beetle and it would fly around and she put a little safety pin. Yeah. I was that weird kid. I love bugs. Bugs are important, but you might, exactly. You might go there and it might not. It really will. What is the opposite of attraction? Repel.
Yes.
Where you move to, you might feel like, and it might not be good for your health either. Do you have a daughter?
No children.
There's
a niece. There's somebody.
It might be. There's a young girl in your immediate area that needs you. And you're basically her umbilical cord, and I want you to reach out to her and always send her little cards, send her crystals, and bring her into your world because she needs you. And we need you. We need your light to shine. Thank you, Judy. I hope this helped.
I want to add something.
Thank you.
Judy, if there's any way you could find out your birth time, I can actually do locational astrology for you, and we can see if Florida would be a good place for you.
Or someplace else.
Or someplace else.
But it feels like it's near
Actually,
Florida.
It's Ohio.
Oh,
Okay, everybody I
Ohio,
know that was
sorry.
born in Ohio hates it. I worked there, and I loved it. I loved it. I lived in Oregon, Ohio, by Lake Erie. And I think that
Yeah.
by water, if you stay by water, you will, your vibration will continue to just be a higher vibrational person, and you'll manifest everything you want. So move by water. Ohio's a good move. Maybe that's why I saw Florida, because there's a lot of water.
okay. So I want to tag on the crystal thoughts because this is a very open program and very collaborative, and if you've been watching our episodes so far, you can see that as each episode moves on, we get more and more into each other's opinion or voice or intuition connected with your question. Do you have a favorite crystal right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Amethyst.
What I want you to do is I want you to take a piece of paper, and if you have a parchment piece of paper, a pretty piece of paper, I want you to write the words true, place, success on,
Yes.
on that piece of paper.
Yes.
And then I want you to place your favorite crystal on that piece of paper. Now, what's probably going to happen, and I'm getting goosebumps telling you this, what's probably going to happen is that crystal's going to move on its own in a direction. So you want to paint, if it's a pointed crystal, you want to paint that point of the crystal north, all right? And you want to wait about 10 days. You want to ignore it. You don't want to look at it. You want to ignore it. You might even put it on a bookshelf somewhere, but put it someplace where it's not confined. It's just an open space.
Okay.
And then I want you to look at it in 10 days and see if the crystal has moved to a direction which might not be north. I'm just saying. And then you point your intentions toward wherever the crystal is pointing from the north point. So you want to point the crystal compass north and see if it moves.
I'm going to use that. That's fabulous. Thank you, Judy, for that.
Okay,
That was
so
awesome.
it's my turn. I'm so excited. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
I'm going to clear the cards real quick for you. And then I'm going to draw 5 cards. And you'll start to see in some of our upcoming episodes that there's going to be a camera that's pointing down on the table, not only for me, but also for Kris's chart, and also some of the things that Rainey does with her hands. So you're going to start seeing that. But I'm going to draw your 5 cards. I use my left hand because it's closest to my heart. If you were here with me doing a reading, I'd actually have you draw these 5 cards. So there's my card. I was just talking about this card. Okay, so when we were getting ready for this program, we were talking about how I was drawn to this deck of cards. What's really, really interesting is that Kris brought up the Knight of Pentacles earlier, and the Knight of Pentacles is being presented right here. But this is the card I want to talk about. This is a card called Trust. So 20 years ago, when I was going to go buy another deck of tarot cards, I actually went to the store and I was going to buy another Rider-Waite deck, which most readers, when they're learning how to read tarot, they get that deck first. Well, I went in there and the clerk at the store said, we just got this new deck of cards in. You might really like it. So it was called the Osho-Zen Tarot deck, which is what you're seeing here. So I'm looking through the deck of cards and, they're pretty. Oh, how nice. I get to this one card called Trust. And my whole body went goosebumps. So whenever this card comes up in someone's reading, it makes me think that you're going to be inspired about where you want to go next, and you're going to trust your process. I actually think you choose the place before the career. That you choose the place and then you find the career. So we have the slow and steady wins the race. But what's interesting is that this dark-haired, dark-eyed man that's showing up in your cards, what that literally says is that you may draw yourself, in addition to finding true place success and true place location, right? In addition to that, you may end up hooking up, I mean that in every way possible, with this fabulous man Dark hair, dark eyes. He is already established in his way. He could retire or already is retired now, but he's not in any way at all in anything but a vibrant state. So there's something about you meeting him, and your first thought's going to be, what's wrong with you? Because you're too perfect. Everything about this guy is perfect. He doesn't have any baby mamas out there. He doesn't have any baggage. He's somebody that has built his life slow and steady, wins the race. And what's interesting is that your whole opinion about what significant partners look like is going to change when you meet this man. So it's not really so much about what you choose to do to make money or even your career. And that's probably why my Rainey got this. I'm not sure about what's going to happen there, because I actually think there's a bigger purpose for you moving and not necessarily about your career. So here's the other thing. You have the number 9 repeating. So I actually think that you're going to make a decision about what you do in the month of September. I also think that you've coming out of a space where you were having trouble sleeping. So you're now learning how to let yourself sleep better. So you would not be someone I would recommend to set your alarm in the middle of the night to remember your dreams, because it feels like your spirit's learning how to get restful sleep. And I know that seems like a random thing to throw at you, but what it's saying here is that I wouldn't concentrate so much on the career, I would concentrate on the place. And that the career happens after you choose the place. So I hope that helps.
May I expand on this
Yeah,
card?
absolutely.
Because this card is all about feeling. Look at this card. Everything is coming through the crown chakra. So I
right.
want you to feel how you want to feel in your new endeavor.
Right. It's the rainbow coming through her.
Exactly.
But I think this man is going to be brought to her, and it's going to be freaking amazing. And it's funny because it's when you're not looking.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I want to ask Christine, so what would this represent to you? On this card, ripeness is, what is that, a half moon?
I mean, that would be a crescent.
A crescent
but,
moon?
I mean, ripeness, I mean, that would be like a full moon to me.
Right.
Like it's
She's ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
and
ready.
hope, it's not a hope, it's a plan.
Right. And what is so remarkable about these cards is that I think Spirit's about to throw her a very lovely curveball.
The plot thickens, Judy.
I know, right?
Dun, dun, dun.
So Judy, we always like to ask feedback after we're done, kind of giving you our little 5-cent review. So what did you think about what we said?
Oh my gosh. Well, the thing about sleeping, I just started listening to my TV is in my bedroom, and I started putting meditations on my YouTube.
Oh, there you go.
And I have been sleeping better. That is so bizarre. And literally just started listening to one about meeting, having a relationship, which is just unbelievable.
Well, it says you're finally ready.
Yeah, I am. And the other thing, too, is I have to stay here until at the latest, August, the end of August. So when you said September, oh my gosh, that is okay. I guess I would be ready then, because I would be done with my commitment here in Las Vegas in August.
So tell us about how you felt about how Kris read your chart.
Let's see. That was about...
You had a lot of very powerful planets, and we know that people like you almost immediately after they meet you.
Okay, yes, that I did. I was smiling the entire time, because what I do for a living right now is pretty much, people have to trust me, and they do. And
Yes.
I am very easygoing.
Yes.
I do have a great sense of humor, and I love people. And so it shows. It comes through. And I do love helping people. So when I think it was Rainey talking about me helping people do energy clearing, yes, I would love to do that. So I will look at a lot of these things. I wrote them down.
Wow, this is
So-
some big stuff.
Step into that power,
Oh,
Judy.
man. Judy, we're so happy that you've decided to call in and give us a little of your
me too.
vulnerability by asking us a question. And, tell all your friends. And we hope we get to hear feedback about what happens to you and with you around
Absolutely.
September.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Will do.
Much love, Judy.
Thank
Bye,
Thank you.
Judy.
Wow, wasn't that fun?
Ugh.
Oh, man. It's so interesting to me because I don't think there's such a thing as accidents. I think that every single one of our callers that has reached out to us and has wanted to be on our program, I think every single one of them has gotten some insight that they didn't expect to get. So you see me shuffling my cards and putting silk back on them. So I do follow some of the old traditions when it comes to taking care of your cards. And, we're going to get into all kinds of fabulous little random insights along the way. And I think you're already seeing that we're doing that. Now, if you'd like to ask a question on our program, you need to go to the THREE.Vegas website. Not only can you find out information about Kris and Rainey and myself individually, and if you'd like to reach out to us for an individual session, we'd be delighted to share our energy with you. But to submit your question, there's a submit your question page on the site, very easy to follow. And we're going to ask a few things. We're going to ask for your name, your phone number, and we're going to ask for your date of birth, place of birth, and time of birth. Now, what's interesting about Judy's reading is that she didn't know her time of birth, but obviously between the three of us, we actually gave her some very, very valuable insight. But we prefer, and we will choose the people that have those three aspects: your date of birth, your place of birth, and your time of birth. And we can't wait to meet you. So we hope to get to join you again. And Rainey, Kris, thank you for being a part of this wonderful, collaborative, three-dimensional, metaphysical experience.
Beautiful, Mona.
See you next time. Thank you so much.
God bless.